What's up, people? Smart Geek 1990. Welcome to part 7 live stream of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, where these poor kids are stuck to try to murder themselves and try to graduate and escape the school of despair. Now, the last live stream, we started chapter 4 with where everybody found out that Sakura was the spy for the mastermind. Because she was being framed for blackmail. Well, I don't even know, hostage. Why? Because sorry about that. But basically, Mastermind was holding the dojo family from her family, the dojo, hostage. So she had to become the spy. Everybody found out, and then she did the ultimate sacrifice. She suicide herself. So now we're about to enter chapter 5. This is gonna be a long live stream, I know this, because might be, but I won't spoil the reason why. But yeah, y'all have to see. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in chapter 5. So, if you're new to this channel, new to this live stream, or gonna watch it as a video once this live stream ends, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video an awesome thumbs up. Also, I appreciate if you share this video to other people, let them know about my channel, the live streams I do, gameplay recording, short reel videos, or anybody who's into murder solving games, trials, debate type games, or anybody who's a huge fan of the Danganronpa series. You already know. Send them my way. Send them my way. Give me a second. Alright. Where's the controller? It's so late. What happened? I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor? Remember what Sakura said at the end of her notes? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight for you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? And Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Well, in other words, she was gone. What the? How worse? Berated through my half-dazed head. The data center, but I thought it was locked. Well, we're gonna find out. Made my way after hours school and headed to the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up in the data center, but when I arrived, Yoko not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet. Is she maybe inside already? Put my hand in the door with a certain amount of force. Did it open? I try again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing, mister? Breaking into the locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Well, you're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that you don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. Looks like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try to tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to... What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko. Now you two? Whatever the two of you, just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial. Sure, you got it. Come on, Mikado, let's head back. Huh?
Hey.
Did you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. There you go. On, get out of here. Shoot, shoot. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she showed up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of the conversation, just like always, but... Oh, then good night. Sure. And then that was over. Last, I turned to leave.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Was right next to me once again, whispering to my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
That's crazy. She went to 7. 4 by Gore trophy, okay.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. 100-mile dash, pain of junk food junkie. Meantime, the day after soccer class trial, the morning in the diner hall. So let's begin the usual positive trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talks. Geez, how high is that horse of yours?
Well?
He just acts like that to hide his own insecurity. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if we want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind pride is loaded as a cow under udder. And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them. Hey Joey, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. Just sit there like a mushroom. Gotta start calling you Miss Mushroom.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. But what? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care. Are you okay with that, Teal? Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under? I really, this is a small talk warned us against. And yet I let myself get involved. But it's now finished. I never allow you to drag me down to your level again. We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouth and start moving your legs. Pressured by obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. I guess we can use the coins to still good, but I doubt I'm gonna be doing any them shits. Unless it's truly something I can give to somebody. I don't know what the hell most of these shits were. A sword and like 2 fucking clothing. Don't even know what the hell is that either. What the hell? Where was all this luckiness? So here I'm on the 5th floor of Hope Peaks Academy, what has been open to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've set up. For some reason it feels unpleasant. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign said biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing. Kind of sound like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Mikuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko, I'm not going to say anything, huh? I can't say anything. Alright. Her gaze darted out the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important that the mastermind could find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
So then,
her finish here. Clear that our conversation had come to an end, and just like usual, I didn't understand anything better than before. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. The wooden locker and key remind me of super old school public bathhouse. Even though the room is totally enclosed, there is a cherry tree planted here, and it's in full bloom. It's quite elegant. It's what you consider elegant.
indeed.
I live overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese style scenery is refreshing. Considering our situation, it isn't kinda out of place. What the hell is this? The gross horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was sour, pungent, and possibly ranked. It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpse. Are you saying? Smell of death, their flesh and fat and blood. There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. The smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of battlefield. Rukura must have. What? My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened. No, it's quite the opposite. The opposite. Yeah, let me give you a itty bitty itty squeezy little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left exactly how I found it. What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from the NPC and on those mean old RPGs. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even the outside world people die bloody gruesome death every day. So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What is he talking about? He just left it the way he found it. What's the meaning of all this? There are white chalk outline drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of murder. So I can say I don't believe it. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. Because all the bloodstains are dry, and their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume that these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way I can keep up with someone like that. I think this is the only last place we need to check. I wish I could stop getting any notifications. At first I thought I saw a blue sky, but turns out they just painted the wall and the ceiling. Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I smelled vegetation. It helped me relax. That's not what you thinking, is it? Why? Is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface, beneath their calm exterior. They're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore, they'll put their plans for global human extinction into action. I'm serious. You're dumb. Is this a chicken coop? Look over here. I heard you had chickens. It's just regular chickens, right? Like, they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that. Seems safe. It's a chicken, really live, there's no mistake. Oh, you like chicken too, Mikoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here. Exactly. 5, you know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6. At least in terms of nature number. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysterious of cosmos.
I'm at least 30% right.
It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand squeeze all nature lemonade. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. To be sure, I should take a look in the tool shed. It seems totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilized flower pots to farm tools. And leaning against the black wall, is that a pickaxe? Yeah, different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become soap? There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who actually gonna take care of the lawn? So many flower pots, big ones, little one, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers, put in my room. Bag of fertilizer piled out. There are so many different kinds of choose from. Oh, there's something carven to the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. Feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. There's some kind of control panel here set near the wall. Control the air conditioner or something. It's for the sprinklers. Sprinklers, yeah, control the sprinklers in the garden. Sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the setting panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. But that means the sprinkler go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning. Yep, you got it. It's super user friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to be go running through the sprinklers anyway. Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell anyone. I'm gonna tell everyone. Wow. What is this? This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real? Watch out! That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with that name myself. Try and touch it and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like ooh, and the plant's all like snap. Your flesh is all like bleh, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. Pretty freaking amazing, if I do say so myself. A student at Hope Peak Academy added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanics. Although they don't go here anymore, they died during the tragedy. By the way, despite how it looks, the flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people, so it's totally good for the environment. Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of the healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. More and more nonsense. Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I better keep my distance. I guess I'll see what there is to set up here for now. But once again, nothing I found seemed to make any real sense. We'll head back to the diner hall and find out what the other turn. One after another, everyone made their way back to the dining hall. Before too long, everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team. Hey, don't be so sourpuss. We gotta think positive. So even if one more person dies, we can still build a basketball team. That's like a reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. By the way, did any of you find it? There's another strange room on the 5th floor. Well, no strange, it's a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outline of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I encountered so far. What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific. Far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody smelled concentrated. God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it. But I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
In other words,
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. Bunch of people were killed in there. Stop, seriously, I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was it meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? You're thinking the same thing, and my theory is the mass murder took place in that room. It's the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
in other words,
Precisely, the tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body Hope Peak Academy. If that's true,
clear now.
that would explain why Hope Peak was forced to close the door. I mean, I guess that's all makes sense, but it's all just so awful. No, just awful. Super awfully awful. They're right, it's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless, but still. How is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up?
Yeah.
I check all the windows of the 5th floor, front, back. That used to kind of be Sakura job, but anyway, no dice. There were metal plates all over the windows, just like everywhere else, which means no chance to escape on the 5th floor either.
So,
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Mikoto? Why did you ask? Because if you did, you must have noticed the 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Something all over the floor, but not on the 5th floor. Are you talking about the stairs? There aren't any stairs leading out from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
Correct.
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the undialing mystery. That's the hardest part. Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not. I'm sure we absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes.
You know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. Chris said that would call Monokuma flower. Even touching it seemed dangerous, so we had to be careful.
Serious.
Totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure of it. Different from the one that lived in the pipe, though. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there. Apparently, the sprinkler comes out every... Yeah, I remember that. You don't want to get drenched, catch a cold. But you don't have to worry. They said idiots never catch a cold, you know. Of course not, because idiots never get wet. I might think you're... I'm starting to worry about you, Hero. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is? Hey, come on. You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it makes you happy, I ask you a dumb question. What was the question again? Don't worry, you just answer it. That's fucked up.
You know?
There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? That's right, 5 chickens. I love chickens. Let's raise them big and fat, then we can make fried chicken or barbecue decisions. Oh, how about raw? Cause there's nothing fresher than raw, right? Pretty sure that kills you.
You know?
Oh, there's a big guy. Yeah, you already know. You notice it too, that pixel axe. What about the pixel axe? Well, there was a pixel axe in the tool shed, and the word Crazy Diamond has been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy Diamond, yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think. I don't just think, I know, we've definitely seen that phrase before. Where? That's it, I remember. It was on Mondo's uniform on the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamonds.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the Pixel X in the garden? Mondo must have snuck it in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here and Monokuma compensated. Whatever the reason is, that was stuck out to me in that tool shed. The pixel art connected to Mondo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pixel at all. Then what did? What I noticed was a lawnmower. I was thinking maybe we can use it to call for help. How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower? I don't know, maybe we could use it to make crop circles or something? Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles. And we can use those to call for help. What the heck happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know.
You know?
Oh, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I ever been. Hey Ryaka, it seemed like Toko wants to say something.
What?
So why are you telling me?
Hey.
Oh, cause you told her to zip it or whatever. Oh, I forgot about that. Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on. Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your rep, I won't stop you. Your honor, me master. And don't worry, I took care of the older problem. Seriously, you're gonna take it? Shut up and don't interrupt me when master and me are talking. Okay, so what do you want to tell us? Well, I was in C classroom on the floor and something caught my attention. It was this. A knife? Oh, that thing is huge. It's like a Rambo size.
What?
Survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in the classroom?
Well,
How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What you're gonna use that knife for? What you're planning to do to us? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
what's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. What to do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Mikoto? Me? Yeah, I totally trust Mikoto to take care of it.
Okay.
And that's that. Hold on, don't I gotta
It's all
say?
clear now.
Just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Sure, it's trust. I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Mikoto. They're acting like I already say yes. Fine. Guess this night I could do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry. It stinks. I'm sorry. It stinks.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Huh? The master just praised me? Hey, good for you. Am I dreaming? I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. I feel so strange. Feel so strange. Oh no. Yeah! What's up? What's up? Yo, this game is too kinky, man. Who gets this? Who gets this excited over compliments? Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad.
hey,
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the fifth floor that we could access. Biolab? Oh, I wonder what's in there.
Could it be?
If there were like a cliche horror game, it'll be some kind of creature that the final boss or tyrant or... Yeah, this guy keep referencing video games. First he referenced Mario, now you referencing Resident Evil. We're not a horror game though. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much to focus on utilizing them efficiently.
Well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right, too. Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now.
Yo.
So now what do we do? Well, sorry today, you're all under my command, but before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way.
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You're gonna burst through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. So what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko identity, huh?
well,
Kyoko identity, but Kyoko's Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear reason for having been selected to attend Hope Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro. Hiro's the ultimate clarier. Mikoto's the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but... So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? Now that you mention it, she never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is the matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicions. So Kyoko, it's time you told us. I can't. What? Why won't you tell us?
wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So,
Because I don't remember. What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean... amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking, but if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
This is
Don't be serious right now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
however,
But it doesn't matter either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done. So you have no intention of telling us? Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
hey,
What are you going to do, torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear.
I will simply limit your option. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking the school regulation. But if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Just hold on. A threat like that.
that's fine.
Fine, I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for a conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked out to Bianca and held out her room key to him.
It can't be.
You damn fool! Why do you refuse to talk?
Because,
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
so.
Maybe she really did lose her memory. You really think about it, doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit in.
however,
The worst school where only the worst things happen. Do you really mean that?
hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? Perhaps I said too much. Then turned her back on us and without a word began to walk away. Where do you think you're going?
goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
What?
I think you went too far taking her room key like that. For her, that wasn't fair enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her enjoying getting yelled at.
Stop talking.
You're getting nosy again, Kyoko. Sorry, I can't still hear you. The sound of your breathing, your heart beating is race on me. Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but what Kyoko gonna do now? Plus, this situation is just like before. It's no different from everyone starting accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone. What the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
I mean,
Let's look. Shio, how long you been standing there? I'm very, very angry. Angry at what? At the thief, yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you there's a thief in your midst. What? My precious. They stole it. Your precious?
your had such
Your teacher had...
faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away to their fantasy. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up. I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was that all about? He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that... It's likely it has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? If that's true, what was it? And why would she do that? Nobody cares about the night shit. We need to get out of here.
You know?
We'll talk about this more tomorrow about Kyoko. However, after she just happened with Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precaution tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around. Not like we need you to tell us that. Well then, let's despair. I'll see you all tomorrow. That's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Kyoko. Safe place will be my desk drawer. Anyway, is Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can? As I open my eyes, I realize I've fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important, did I hear the doorbell? Kyoko, we'll wait for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait, Kyoko! Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkness hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. Yo, Kiri, if you want to do something, man, we could have just stayed in my room. You know that, right? We could have just stayed in my room. Why are we in the dressing room? You too kinky, man. You can't do simple shit. Simple normal things, man. My room's the best spot. Why you come in the dressing room?
Hey.
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay, I'm used to it. Indeed.
So then.
Well then, let's get straight to the point. Something you can't talk about in front of the other civilian camera, right? So does that have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? You could have told us earlier that someone has stolen something from him. Was it you?
Indeed.
That's right. So what was it? What did you steal?
So...
I stole this. A key. But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of his kind on Earth. Where do you get this?
So...
From the headmaster room. What? You snuck into the headmaster room? Wasn't it locked?
However...
The lock was broken. What?
Correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us.
Right.
That's right, so that we could uncover whatever secret might lay hidden within. She did that for us. She violated the school regulation to help us. She already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of his place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I use you as a decoy. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
Correct. I wanted you to draw Monokuma attention. I set the opportunity to sneak into the headmaster room, and the result, I found this key. Wow. Then what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Did you find out about Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in there? I did find a file in the headmaster room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that it's dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind. But didn't Altika say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind? No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Moroka really could be the mastermind? Anyway, this key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we grasp it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean... Once this key unlocked,
so...
I don't know yet, which is why. I need you to draw Monokuma attention again while I go find out. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't, that's way too dangerous. And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? There's more than one watching us.
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe they just got lucky.
Hey.
And maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was just pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. And if we succeed again, then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. Talk, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
Hey.
It was true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time. and there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true. If we can explore it, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think what might happen if we fail, I don't think you need to worry at all. After all, with mineral restriction, you are free to explore Whole Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed in our effort to solve the mystery. Am I right? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us all without a second thought. I see. In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disapprove. What? In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules or adhere to them no matter what? In other words, we gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? But
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but that risk means solving the mystery. We have no choice. Am I wrong? At the moment, I finally realized I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eye. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. With that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and I wouldn't if I could. And Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and handed it out to me. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. If something happens,
However,
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it. And death without meaning is unappealing.
hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure for that.
indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
And one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I discover. Sure, because there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too. Oh, you mean there's something else?
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that
so
easily.
then,
Okay, then shall we begin?
Makoto.
Count on you, Mikoto. I just had to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like all the other times, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I feel my stomach as I watch her walk away. Now everything's gonna be fine. I know it because it's Kyoko. Looks to myself helps shake off some of my anxiety. Then I got to work. Okay, let's do this. Hey, Monokuma, you can see me, right? Get out of here. I got a bone to pick with you. And a few moments later,
Monokuma appears!
well, this is a surprise. You're being the one to call me out. Hey, by the way, huh?
Most
What are you, Kyoko, up to? Going to the bathhouse, just the two of you in the middle of the night? Definitely a hot steamy moment, what did you say? So warm and wet and warm, I bet you guys were moved to confirm with locals and international censorship laws all over her, didn't you? This said no Diddy. Not gonna talk, sure, I get it. Well, whatever, unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late night bath scenes. Cause I like to maintain a healthy life. Reservation far from X-rated explodes. Oh, so that's why there's no surveillance camera in the bathhouse? Bullseye. Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Sound like that's the bullseye to me. Anyway, you went to all that trouble to get me out here. Now, what do you want? Well, there's something I want to confirm with you. Whether I'm a I don't even know what the hell that word, or a dude fella.
Actually,
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. Actually, there is. Seriously.
my
Then what am I? Might existing. That's enough. I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what do you really want to ask me? Well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question. No way it's impossible and all, but is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me. You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or Yersin breeding tips. It's just crazy. All the publicent teen boys as nutty as you. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and... What was that second thing? It's a blank stupid. A secret. Fill it out. So, making me trudge all the way out here for that? I like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you send me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out. Dropping more than a few square words. Monokuma stormed off. Who? Hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I could do is wait and hope Kyoko make it out. Okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she'll fine, right? And back to my room, lay down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep.
Monokuma!
No one cares about Monokuma. Yeah, didn't we just like...
Then you guys have to Good morning. Get ready to...
My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I was up late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. You're 1 minute late, Mikoto. How do you explain this? Sorry, I'm not feeling so great today.
What's your problem?
You really think a tight excuse like this is gonna work? Oh, are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. Huh? I just thought, I mean, since a day had passed, it had maybe reset. Sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment, I'll accept it. I'll hang a sign from my neck that says bad girl. I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush. If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you, I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. Longer... Yo! The trick needs help. Chick needs help. It's no use, she's disgusting to the bone.
So,
Anyway, where's Kyoko? I haven't seen her this morning. Not cool, this is worse than being late for lunch. For a date, for your wedding, for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday. She's not gonna show up anymore. I can't tell otherwise Kyoko might not be here. Best thing to do right now is to just keep quiet. Whatever her reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room, so... Yeah, but you still have her key, right?
What's this?
Are you looking for Miss Kiri girl? What are you...
Hey!
Am I right? You're wondering where's Miss Kiri is, right? Do you know where she is?
Ooh.
Well, it's hard to say. You don't know either.
What?
Because he doesn't know. That's why he's here to try and probe us for information. Hey, don't you hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and they name some indie bullcrap? I feel like I'm getting whiplash the way he changed the subject like that. Thank goodness, it looks like Motoko really didn't notice, so I guess our plan went out just fine last night, which could mean
Hey,
that's why I can't monitor us and control Motoko at the same time. You have been right about that?
Hey!
So, was I right? You're looking for Miss Kiri. Any ideas where she might have gone? We have no idea. Even if we did, no, we wouldn't tell you. We're serious. I see. Well, fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Sayonara, suckers. And we look, as soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. What was that just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't know where she leader? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? You think we should all look for her? How would you suggest we approach that task?
Very suspicious.
How can he not know where she is?
Yeah, totally.
So strange. He used the key to sneak into some unknown part of the school. Or somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice. Where could it be? We spent the rest of the breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Oh no, we skipping this shit. We ain't doing no more of these spending time with people, man. Wasting precious stream time. Oh, a waste of streams. It is! I yelled! Then you gotta figure out what treasure goes, which present goes with the actual character. You get it wrong, it's a waste. Can't help it, I need to sleep. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body had reached its limits. As I dropped into my bed, I felt like I was falling into a bottomless pit. It was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. It was more like my conscience went dim. Way back and forth between sleep and wakefulness. Which is all to say, I was restless. At some point, I found myself wandering through a strange dream. Within the dream, a voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
That voice is so familiar. It's me.
I should understand everything.
The
My
fuck?
goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
What am I trying to say?
Oh, this is all for hope, and that's why I have to stay. I have to stay here. My dream just now, so strange. Huh? Kyoko? What did you...
The fuck? Every day is peaceful. Every day is joyful. Why am I fucking paying attention to this?
Good. Get ready.
Took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. Let out a deep sigh to bring myself up the rest of the way. The chill, the ache, the uncomfortable, all disappear in the night. It left me with drenched in sweat. it wasn't just because of whatever bug I caught either. It was also that dream I had. What the hell was that? I mean, was it even really a dream? I was desperate to recall it. I scrambled to grab him in my dream and reeled him up from the depths of my memory. That's right, I remember last night. I came down with a fever. I couldn't quite get to sleep. I heard a voice. I didn't really understand. And then all of a sudden I was awake. And there was a strange person standing next to me. Standing next to my bed wearing a mask. And they were holding a knife. I wanted to say I brought them up, but I don't actually remember. I feel like my mind had been detached from my body, burning up with a fever. I was somewhere far away watching my body move on its own, and because of that, I don't remember what really happened, but still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black again. The next thing I remember, Kyoko was there, but what would she have been doing in my room? She was trying to get some. That's what she was trying to do. And you had to caught the fever. She was trying to get some. You had to caught the fever, man. No, was it really a dream? How could I possibly find out either way? Over the restaurant, huh? It's empty, there's nothing inside. Wait, nothing inside? That's strange, because it definitely wasn't before. I'm positive I put the knife I got for Toko in here. Wait, that means the night they told me to keep safe. I knew it, I just had a feeling. It wasn't a dream after all. If that's true, this all makes even less sense. Why would someone have wanted to attack me? Who was that behind the mask? And why was Kyoko? What the hell's going on? Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. Should head to the dining hall. Then I could talk to everyone else about it.
Hey, Makoto.
Oh, Mikoto, yep, that's Mikoto, short as the sky blue. Hey, Hina. You really had me worried, you know. What happened last night? Were we? Yeah, right. After nighttime hit, we all went to get you. You were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. We thought maybe you've been, you know. I mean, not that that actually happened. I mean, nobody here would have wanted, you know. So anyway, what were you doing? I didn't feel so good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. But why didn't you come to get me? Did something happen? Well, lots of stuff actually. I'm not sure I can really explain.
Okay.
Let's go meet up with everyone. Then we could tell you all about it. So is everyone waiting somewhere else?
That's right.
Yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. The whole night. I lost a rock paper scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. Okay, sure. Everyone's in the gym. Hurry up, I'll meet you there. The gym? Why is everyone in the gym? And the entire night. The fuck? Oh, there he is.
Huh? Oh, hey,
This is worse than being late for your wedding, the birth of your son, and your own funeral all at once.
What?
Geez, to show up now, it's like it's no big deal. You made us stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed. Just like Hina said, everyone was there besides Kyoko. And then I noticed. They formed a circle around something. Soon as I saw what something was, what the? Before I could catch myself, I cried out. Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She's not even phased.
Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but what is this? What are you guys doing? Seriously, what are you thinking? How can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
Hey, come on.
Well, I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Mikoto, because that's how much I like you. Y'all could have found this little fella lying around, and then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything. Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to talk to Monokuma. Wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyo's disappearance. And I found him here, just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma laid there motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiate the disassembling process. It was a master stroke of genius, a chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a I don't know what the fuck type machine word that is. Stop using big words, man. Something machine. That's what you're just gonna say. Is lead beyond any normal remote control toy. Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway. But besides that, what I'm wondering, why did he stop moving at all? I thought maybe he malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break down, then maybe something happened to his puppeteer that the mastermind something unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected. They were probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror. Or maybe they got sick or something. But Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who was that if not the mastermind? Oh, I'm sure that the recording is set to a timer and play as necessary. That's true. He says the exact same thing every day, right? Hey guys, I don't think now is a good time for a light conversation. I just found something. What is this? It's a bomb. There's one installed at every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? That's super bad. We need to get rid of it. Roger that. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any sudden movement, I'm sure it'll go off. No sensor. I'm starting to get all shaky. Get it together. You're a man, aren't you? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. You're not fine. You're all I probably should have mentioned that the register is off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. God, you're like the world's most spineless worm of the century. Hey, come on, the century just getting started. Don't call that race already. Whatever, just hurry up, put the bomb down. Hanging on to it's gonna do any good. Yeah, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. He'll put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at the point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because of something had happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? But what could when I thought about it, could have helped but think back the night before, being attacked by the masked figure.
Just a second.
Hey, Makoto, huh?
Hey.
Well, us? Did you hear what we just said, huh? So that's a no. What are some kind of brain dead? Sorry. We were saying since we were done dismantling Makona, what should we do now? And we decided to continue our offensive assault.
It's all clear now.
Try to uncover the mastermind's true identity. We're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity now, it's a chance. Would you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there, if you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in that chicken coop with all the other chickens. You could be chicken number 6.
Such ignorance.
You could be chicken number 6. This is a battle, a fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else, but we have a chance now.
Come on.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to run away or are you going to fight? Right, I'll go with you.
It's all clear.
Okay then, we're going to break to the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to the moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourself. Probably anywhere, master, to all ends of the earth. Sakura, if you can hear me, let me your strength.
How about that?
I can do this. I'm a man. I can do this. I got the will of the entire universe on my side. We each found determination in our own ways, and when we were ready, we left the gym. Our target was the headmaster room on the 4th floor of the school. Ah, this is funny. It's locked. I expect it. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, obviously we're going to tear this door off its hinge. Wait, but the rule says we've seen the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore. But like Mikoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were,
So in other words,
then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but we come this far, we can't back down. We agreed this is what we have to do, so we have to do it. So beautiful. We're serious.
what the heck?
We don't have any choice. We're desperate. Let's do this. Let's rip this door down.
Actually,
Okay, but how are you going to do that? The thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy. Oh. What about the one thing? The tool shed.
oh, so then.
I see.
Interesting. That could very be exactly what we needed. Now then, Toka, what time is it? When we left the gym, it's just before 9 o'clock, so probably 9.
It's all clear now.
Get the picks act and be back here by 9:01. That's straight unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Sure, you have. Surely you like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, Master, then yeah. You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long and I'll erase your existence from... Unacceptable.
Hey.
Serious though, we're gonna knock this door down. No problem solving by running away, find your stones, and be a man. He's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but that risk means solving the mystery. We have no choice. It's like I hardly talk. I'm float, but I'm totally flabbergasted. Genocide Jill, where you come from?
Come on.
What about the pixel? Where is it? I was supposed to pick up axe. No, you seeping info. The pix axe. Oh, Masterby, you wound me with your. Comes the bloody nose. Seriously, dog, did you really forget the pixel axe?
Give it a rest.
Omega 3 fatty acid, that's what you need. Great for the old memory factor. But I think we already established that there's memories doesn't carry over when they switch.
Possible.
This is a level of usefulness to find it difficult to tolerate.
Yes,
The light bulb just went on. That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pixel axe. Alright, we'll solve one mystery. That means Just one more mystery left.
Have you reached that certain age?
Yep, now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
Now, what are you talking about? You already forgot what we were talking about. You're like missing out on life.
gotta be kidding!
I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found it in the garden. What did you find?
You SOB!
Did you hear me? I said a corpse. A corpse? That's right, I found a corpse in the garden. We found a corpse in the garden?
What did you say?
Well then, before we enter the headmaster room, it appears we have something else to look into.
Come on.
We're going to the garden. Okay. As soon as we enter the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but... saw someone lying on the ground with a mask covering their face. And there was a knife buried into their stomach up to the hilt. What the? Are they really dead? For sure, but who is it?
Danganronpa.
Just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was now, they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told you that there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way!
Are they really dead? Is it really a dead body? You need to begin looking around right away, however. Be ever so careful, there's no telling what you might find. That's crazy. We need to find out who this actually is, but there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anybody about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery. One thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. There's not breathing. All signs of life had come to complete stop. Next to this knife that has been driven to their stomach, their clothes are stained in bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that there is still wet. Be careful. You don't touch it and get some on you. It could be so calm in a time like this. Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. How can you tell? Well, think of the outline of her chest and just general shape of her body. Yeah, that's more. I look more. The more I'm sure it's a girl. Wait, then could it be? Okay, then. Let's just tear the mask off.
Come on.
Wait, don't. By the time he called it out, it was already too late. Another hand shot out toward the mask. And in the next instant, there was a blinding light and roar. The body blew up. It blew it up. No, it blew up. 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 What the? Why are we copying the same shit? It blew up. It just blew up. You could have just said blew up. Why'd you repeat the damn shit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times? Light just started to darken. I prepared to pass out, but then hurry up, put out the fire. As my attempts to float away, the voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone passed something into my hand. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I can. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man? It exploded.
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now that body burned to crisp. That beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'd never be able to eat a steak again. But now that the body chair, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh? If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then the dead body is Kyoko. No, that can't be right. Calm down, I just said it was Kyoko. I mean, who else? There is one other person. The mastermind. What? The mastermind? Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got Charles Brawler got serious? I agree, normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have a reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain the other matter, wouldn't it? Rokuma can hardly move around it. His master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? You're the mastermind who planned all this. According to the plot, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
What the heck?
Said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the court obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? It's a teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair, huh? Makuro Kusaba, the 16th student of Hope Peak. What are you talking about? The other day Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school. I think you better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mikuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mikuro is the mastermind. Isn't that mastermind? I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. It's another student here, and it's a female that would match the body characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds like a super mastermind, doesn't it? Okay, so the mastermind is a girl, Makuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair. But if she's been hiding here in school like some teenage, but how she wind up in the crypt? None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and die? I think we better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait. What? Are we forgetting something, you know? Toko? Yeah, she got totally blown up. Forget her, I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh, she survived. Oh, she survived. What just happened, Master? You declare for a whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing carbon dioxide you exhaled. That's enough for me to live. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. I should take a closer look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, girl. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. There's something next to the body. It's a key. Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? Or what did you steal? I stole this. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is... What? Did you find something? This was on the ground near the body. I never seen this key before, but... what could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then? Dakota, I'm going to give you a very important task, huh?
I see.
That Kate might give you access to a certain area we thought were locked. You mean
So in other words,
the biolab, the data center, the headmaster room, the dorm room on the second floor? It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. Where is the... 'Cause I know it's not here. Well, I am curious. Let's go to the fucking... the bio room. He isn't even... Ah, that sucks. When I went to search the key, I found an... It fits. This is the key to the data center. So, all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. So you're back. How'd it go? I found which room the key goes to. It's the data center. Then we could get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. Why did that now deceased have the key on them? Suppose we just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open the door, there's not gonna be another huge kaboom like before. You're asking the question now? Don't worry, we have Mikoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. It's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. I reach out and put my hand in the door. I close my eyes and try to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly open the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. In the word, this room was strange. It means all the rooms up to now were strange, but this room had special kind of strangeness. It was in a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. This room was filled with the kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hero extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at the monitor on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorm, the classroom, every part of school is covered. This is the direct feed for every single surveillance camera. All the camera in the school fed back into this room. And they display here on this monitor. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is the mastermind private room without a doubt. Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. The mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think that settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. That... If they had the keys to the room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Maruko I forgot you said that last name. She was the mastermind. The mastermind is dead, like really, really dead? It would seem so. You're serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them. If so, mine is dead. Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because I mean, that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that? But if the Mastermind are really dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. Gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on. No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. What about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can't leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murder. Murder? So you think... Naturally. The state of the court makes it plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murder. Why is... Why? It's gotta be that way. I mean, who could even done it? That's like, oh, I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind.
I'm telling you.
Now, do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. Purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answer to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Against our search, it's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. Particular number of monitors here. They've been using to spy on us. As long as I have this, huh? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? Yeah, you a sick freak. You're a sick freak, Togo. You're a sick freak. Watch your computer all line up. They look like high performance PC, nothing like ancient laptops the Alter Ego was installed on. They all on, but they seem to be locked. What? Can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in? What century are you from? Master must have been using these monitors network. Alter Ego, you may well be right about that. But there's no point in thinking about it right now. You're right. There's nothing showing up on this one. Oh, look next to that TV. It's another TV antenna. Is it just like the one my grandma used? It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so we hook up the antenna, we could watch TV? It's don't say TV. Well, Saturday morning, Hina is here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, we can watch TV. Let's do it. Come on, come on. You all starve for info on the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic. You'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what is he talking about? Door is kind of creepy. You got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could it be inside? No luck. Door is locked, huh? What if you used the key that opened it? Give it a try just in case. Nope, it's no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about the door with Monokuma picture on it. But worry about it isn't gonna do any good. Hina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on. Then do it. Look at any Mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. They were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. Huh? This is me coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, is it? That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing? That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every possible, and not just weird, super weird.
But
The TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give it a try. Here went through each channel one by one. Every channel was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
The heck? Is it broke or something? Must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually,
I'm not sure, but been a while, you freaking bastards. What a coma. How? You're supposed to be dead. You ain't dead. Don't be freaking stupid. Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different. There's a different evolution. It's perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like a half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's the look on your faces right now. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all this moment. Why would I bear pretend to be dead? You're the one who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut up your past, so full of hope, begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. Can't be serious. We have to keep going? No, we're supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is worse. Is it worse? Does that mean you're in despair? Well, I'm proof from all the laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point. You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I'm connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how inattentive they are now. Well, then I'm gonna let you on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely without a doubt displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. But what does that mean? Display the signal, but it's just us standing here. You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. The most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understand the words, I'm not sure I understand the deeper meaning. What kind of bad joke is this? Can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The cafe is being broadcast. No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? All you need to know, all you need is one weird trick that I found. And hijack the airwaves is an easy mode. Are you being serious right now? I heard of a kind of a creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind, like a boat tossed into the ocean. My mind had begun to creak. Everything has a meaning, you know. All those things I gave you, all those tantalizing teeny bits about the school mystery, even me lowering you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience to show the true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of the despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show. This is the best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the pollution, everyone would have been going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they would have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might have yell at the TV and to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's impossible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communication like that, you'll need an astronomical amount of resource. Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. That's something you all need to first remember. What? Yeah, there's that little business of.
A body has been discovered. After a
Huh? Class trial? Do you mean?
It's the Monokuma file!
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay?
Heart-pounding
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're for a heck of a ride.
Wait, I can't.
And then he was gone. Reality was uncomprehendable. The truth hopefully out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't say anything. What despair entertainment? How is he still alive?
Sick of
I
this.
thought that finally we could get out of here. Plus, what did he say about a class trial? Well, that's part obvious. A class trial is a class trial. What it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is and figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Murako was the one who died. The victim was a female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfilled that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind Mukuro Ukusaba isn't dead. So naturally the body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other really. Kyoko's been murdered. No, it's not possible because I don't know anything. Don't know who she really is. To have it end like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. Refuse to believe it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we better begin. If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer
That's right.
record must be someone participating in our school life. Saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, though. But you just said,
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. This is a real mounted up issue I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how the game works, after all. I better start by checking out. Due to exposure, the victim identity is unknown. Stabbed in a single time with a knife, which struck in the head with an object about. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. This is crazy! More thoroughly. Huh? There's something weird about the body fingernails. These are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activities. Something on the back of the right hand. Fact 2, it got burned, so I can't make thing. Looks like a picture of a dog or something. I never seen anything like it before. The upper half of the body got set on fire and exploded, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Fire, and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire. In other words, there's something strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Yeah, that just. Oh boy, why am I keep? Oh boy. What you mean? I don't think I've seen everything. Like, what else to see? Like, he looks like fragments or something. They're all burned, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like this before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Oh god, this is the night that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of explosion must have thrown it over here. Said that the knife went all the way through the body. That means that this knife is what caused the fatal injury. That's the knife was used to stab the same. This person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. Maybe then. If this really Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Top 4 chicken. Oh, 4.
Yo.
What's going on, Mikoto? I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chicken there was in here? Of course, there was precisely 5. Yeah, right. What's wrong? There are only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. That's so well. What the hell is this here? Well, I saw here just before nighttime last night, and there was definitely fried chicken then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even if a single piece disappeared, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to annoy Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp here in before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothered me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Good time, Kodo. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct, I like to hear where you after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Yeah, obviously the murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after midnight began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I could confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Chiyoko, Hiro, Hina, and I were at the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Chiyoko and Hina's room to get them. At this point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all our alibis have airtight alibis. The only one who doesn't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came out to the door, so we're precisely... I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever. That's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Listen to me, Kodo. Do you remember how the body looks, you know, before it blew up? If I remember, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Currently, the wounded had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Yakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any of the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looks. Well, having to talk about it like that helps me remember a lot better too, so thank you too. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and well, I was thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what it was. I'm going to also 7 o'clock as usual. I heard once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30, and then headed to the gym where everyone was waiting to go pick the. Well, she found the body. Time is it? Well, it's 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot.
You know?
Actually, I think you're right. It was found at 9 a.m. This is a panel that controls a sprinkler. They're set to change. Huh? Hold on. Only right. And if the body was here before this, the murder must have taken place. I think I check everything in this room. I'm not. Recover, is this true? Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? Find out more about her. Maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Oh wow.
It's all clear now.
What?
Just give up.
So I have to see if he'll let me borrow the room key. Yo, do you If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You gotta keep Kyoko, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. Afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Plus, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then would you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Fine. Me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you or met. So the very end, you gotta hate this motherfucker. You truly gotta hate this guy, man. With a fucking passion. Guy's a egotistic asshole. I think this man's on the floor, but I figured it would be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's a bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Bomb? That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it that the fragment I found in the garden. I think of that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden. Think you could go soon? You wanted to check out, right? Very well, let's go. Yaka walked out without a second glance, and I hurried after him in our room. Oh, then here we go. Look, I took out the key and slide it to the keyhole, and that, and it's open. Looks like thanks. Look around. Stay on the table. So, wood block decorator.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their locker room. I wouldn't know. I never gone to the public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Bianca doing something like that.
Certainly.
But if it's a key, I think it might know what is unlocked. Really? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
What?
You want to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko. Can't be serious. That's why you made me take my time search to come here. Sorry. You plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. So you have something more concrete, something to give us sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Gave me something.
It's true.
Consider a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. I have it somewhere. Found it. What is in this envelope? Gyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Something has certainly happened, so open it. Open the envelope and looked inside. Inside were a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. But could something be hidden underneath the bed sheet? Part of me didn't expect to find anything but a... What is this? Found a crumb piece of paper. Class 78, student registration.
I see.
Here to be his profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the along with the key. God, you're annoying. I'll tell you it was a key and that's it. Be the blank that Monoko was talking about. Said the debt. A debt without meaning was unappealing and that is what she left behind. Time for your sentimental indulgence. Hurry up and finish your sentence. Okay. That's it. And then look down at the profile sheet. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely aboard in elementary school. She won a survival game tournament and began writing for a military magazine. Just before entering middle school, she and her family were Europe. She disappeared. The story of the young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japan media outlet. International investigators turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later alone, completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fernerin for those 3 years. She insists that she had been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own violation. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group? That doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like completely different dimension. It's like one non-fiction and another is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things just as an ordinary person, but then I would hear the name Fernerin in a place like this. You recognize it? Or it's a collection of battle craze. They do have their use and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. It was all part of a world totally removed from one I lived in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard say that has already. Well, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player and a bit player has become a hero. It's you. Look, you got in your pretty little hand there. You found a profile. So what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you were wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it, I hate it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rule and busted to the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. There. You know, our rules violation really so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organize and order, which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulation myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely, I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is. In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. About the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participation in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participate there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you first got together at the main hall, back when there was 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting may have led a little misunderstanding among you all. Are you saying... That's right, there were actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16 and...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
She's part of the school life. She's the one making all the regulation is. Why? You say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game was desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mails, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense.
Well, now.
Okay then, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I had an extra bonus for you. Revenge. I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri girl, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears it to cover a bunch of hidden scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Okay, now that's all you get. This girl's to cover up a bunch of the scars. Wait, so back. Attack 2. Wait, but no. What Kurosawa said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wear those gloves to hide scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap.
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Gon just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Monokuma was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Kuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves Kuro is connected to the case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of the 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Kuro is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she kills someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. The killer? She killed... Should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my
All
mind.
clear now.
Isn't the culprit? What makes you say that? We thought Kuro was the ultimate spare, was the master. But the true Monokuma behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? It's a good point.
In other words,
A raised question about her would be bold, to say at least. It makes more sense then, to assume that Kuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap? They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion? That's what makes sense to me. Well, you say it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, yeah, who is? Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places that need an investigation. I should find out that key in the dojo.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? There's a wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys.
I see. Very strange.
Only one that doesn't have a key in it.
That's right.
Set the key and open it. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. It looks like they're made for a team, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Well, they're nothing but... What's inside the locker? Swaddle up a ball of duct tape. I wonder what... So,
I see.
if it is, that means it must surely be related to the case.
Very strange.
Very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that are clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Perhaps. Yeah, okay, forget it. Come on, we need to continue on the next location. This next location, there's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on foreigners. You mean the mercenary group? Part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Is it obvious? We're in this school, we... about the archive. That's right, the archive have all kinds of info.
Let's go.
And we're back in the library. I believe there was a file related to the furnace somewhere over here. Here we go. We quickly return the files in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says, but what language is this? How do you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. But whatever, I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Isn't that kind of extreme? It's an elite fighting unit based out the Middle East. Unlike military contract, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in a direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regulation soldier. Just like friend the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemies. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activities. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumor indicated that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply explode. What is it? This is all just sound like some kind of alternate reality. Well, isn't this... That's why it makes this all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Furnace. Now that you mention it. First, there's something about where the name Furnace came from, right? The Wolf of the Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting for that? To show that they are a member of team, each soldier that joined the squad has to get a tattoo representing Furnace somewhere in their body. They got a tattoo of Furnace? Could that mean... Well...
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial! So, please meet up in the usual spot.
Then time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. Clean that way, let's go. Oh, Bianca and Bikola show up together? Where the heck have you two been? It just disappeared without a word. You're arrested, Katie. Of course. How could you not figure that out by that point? Bikola rank high enough for you guys to go out together? Just the two of you? Well, are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourself. He'll be here any second. Any second. Could show up any time. Well, I imagine that was about to happen. Immediately tease up. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something.
Why?
going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or? Oh, what? Jesus. Oh, did I scare you?
Come on.
Idamax Rage, why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backward. You're the one making me wait, huh?
In other words,
I wait for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? We all agree it's a violation. I'll arrange a punishment right now. Is it me you're waiting? When I heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I'm here, and no rules been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive. That's a good ghost. Stop talking. You want to fight? Do it. At the class trial, you need to say.
What?
But it's okay that there's no practical penalty for being late.
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate it? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of y'all. Kyoko didn't die.
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. I'm so glad you're okay. Right, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us, huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we could do it during the trial. It's a good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we don't take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used the keys of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
Went to investigate the second floor of the dorm. Lord,
That's right.
there aren't any monitors and camera there, so I was able to avoid. I also missed his announcement because of that. Didn't discover. Then when did you find out?
So,
Now, I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. Some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to the trial completely So that's why you were late?
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all. If you were on the second floor in the dorm, then that's the key you found goes to.
wrong.
Sorry, not quite.
In other words,
I used Motokuma's secret tool, which can
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get trouble by Motokuma. All detail after we get through the trial. Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? For her.
bye.
Give me a sec. This time the clucking was loud enough to hurt my ears. The dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In the dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After a miserable period of time, the door opens without warning. A dazzling light penetrates every depth of my eyes, but it was the illuminating light of hope. It was blinding light of despair. We were waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. Time for a pointless joke and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show. As so, the curtain opens for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trials. Wait, so you mean to tell me we only unlock one thing? Loss of thoughts?
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can fin, I'll punish Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yo, I can't stand you people in this game. This guy really is an idiot. I swear.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Yo, I don't know what the fuck he be smoking, but...
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all. Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
But y'all guys want to go and argue about it because of this dumbass.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
No, it's wrong.
We can.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, he'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Master, that's how I make her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay,
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Now I understand.
That was an easy spell. Wolf.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
man, After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What? Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong.
And who was she? Who was Muko? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first, and please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as...
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember, no matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big old brain.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body.
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
I have something I'd like to say regarding...
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and...
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find it?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right?
My gun! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
He's right. It had to be around...
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Dun, 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 dun.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Milton's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfect. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinkler.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my end?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler... I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
I feel a lot better for this one.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. Don't say anything. Dang.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at...
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill any. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that... But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind, and as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
Damn!
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, this proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko want me to look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That's crazy.
Wait.
And what might that be? By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, it's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh! Yeah.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage? What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinkler, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be...
No, that's not what happened. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? And then covered the body with it? Man, that's messed up!
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was complete.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened early.
But to pull all that, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh, no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till late.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate. Well then, it looks like we're back to Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and...
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it... According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about...
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remember... It's the knife we get.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that?
it's not that I hid it.
Suspicious! The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it! 12,000%
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it! Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
No, it's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we did.
Lies! We never talked about what killed...
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were...
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to...
I got it!
Obviously, the file said.
Clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do this. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Yo, Noah, what's up? Welcome to the live stream.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning. What's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
A mysterious student.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any...
I got it!
It was a
After the
bomb.
explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by them. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Hold on, give me a second, guys. I'm not.
way! The balance would be all off.
I said, give me a second.
Any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
What the fuck?
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real...
It's the arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
This is scary. How weird she is. Yeah, she is fucking weird.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right! I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thick.
No, it's wrong.
I really want you to play the third one.
Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Oh, the spare girls.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
Oh, that will happen after I do Danganronpa 2.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak. We put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh?
I gotta go along with the story.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Yes, it happens between that, but if people watching it, they're gonna be like, they're gonna look at Nagito and then Mr. Mr. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Mr. Kamasuda, and the spare girl. Then they're gonna watch too, and they're gonna be like, wait, isn't that the guy that was in the spare girl? It's gonna look weird. No, he is. He's the far worst character in the Danganronpa series. I truly hate him.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh,
What's the... Surely you don't intend to protect... You know what will happen if you do. If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can... The death of us all. Remember?
of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Why was... Who is the dude with the checker pattern little thing on his neck? What do you mean?
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is... right here. The key to the dojo...
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room. Why? What were you doing? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know. Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
No, Coco, when she kept saying like, "Oh, Master would never hide anything from me."
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting... Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you, so let's hear it. I didn't have the key to my room, because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, that's wrong. No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you?
Monokuma's secret
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in this, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it, so I lost. That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really, Kyoko, aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is off!
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any—
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out! So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever, but I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
I know, it sucks.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I'm pretty sure she's strapped into the feet. After school lesson. Why is she going to die? She's supposed to survive, right? Unfortunately, that's not looking like it. It is. And that's how the class trial of Maruko Ukusawa came to end. Still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent. Guard the truth was lost for her, even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of class trial, and in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once the case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope Peak Academy ever again. We had to attain peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. Damn, she gave birth to all three. Gave birth to all three of these guys' children. What happened to Toko? It was the only hope we had. Hope, hope, hope. This is hope.
No! This isn't right!
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Sorry guys, I had to get y'all right there. That was supposed to be the bad ending. That was supposed to be the bad ending. Okay.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone. Or put the key in key.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it.
It had to be Makoto.
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it. Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trap. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking!
What? Time?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened?
Yeah,
Will
you can.
Make the right choice? Or hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Now we get the good ending. Well, not yet. But we will get to the good ending. Though.
Sorry.
Yes, indeed. Yep. Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
The same as always, just like all the other class trial, I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills, chills, kills!
Wait, why do I... Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
And Shiori comes to the rescue. But it makes me wonder. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it has to be. Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he evaded my network. Damn it. Oh, to hell, I don't believe this. See, you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was that? What I'm saying is you should have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. That stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Mikoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage steward pit, in a way, that's a even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey Kyogo, what the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the one being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words.
Now it's the mastermind that's snarled. What are you talking about?
So.
You understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school tower all over us building is rusting urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope Peak Academy. It brings the top students from every... I already... Man, I read all this shit at the beginning of the game. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my survival for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a very stark haven for a bear's hit, light sleeping. How do you even really play this game? Simple. You gotta solve who's the murderer. The kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in, but that was just the beginning of my problem. I was going to be stuck in there until I waste away and die. No, I can't let that happen. Now I have to... But my good friend went through to save me. Remember all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. But it makes me wonder, why didn't Alter Ego save Kirikiri when she was gonna die? That's fucked up. That I pursued my survival again. First I'll start looking away out. It's locked. No matter how many times I push or pull. Go around for some food. Plenty of food here, but it's all rotten, but that was pointless too. Next I search for some water. How could I be sure which liquid I could drink and which ones are all... As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. Alter Ego was Shiori, AI program that Shiori made. Strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky was an aside, not exactly. What the? Strange sound pierced my side and isolates, jarring me awake. As I watched a pile of garbage joint and form an odd shape. If something fell down over there, something fell from above. What could have been? The giant piece of trash just fall down here. Carefully handle or whatever it was. Had to humble down with me.
Just a second.
Giant piece of trash, rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Look at the cup of noodles! Like, you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Because I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a big garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then face me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you finish. Thank you. That's the red water she was holding out for. Like it was in my mouth and making it way towards my stomach. Ooh, that really hit the spot. Now I got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward, it's about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt or atone.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew. Even though I knew I didn't need to help you, I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make an excuse, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. There's a reason I have to survive.
In other words...
It's so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope Academy for one very important reason. What do you press to get the other ending? So there's two. It's either you reveal you press pursuit the lie first. That's where you get the bad ending. While the good ending, you get let it go. Because it gives you three options. I don't know what the third option, run away, is, but so you have some reason for coming to Hope Peak Academy.
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Until recently I've forgotten what it was. God, but that's... I had no memories of what my purpose was. No memories, that's impossible. Rija? That is really true, you lost your memories.
Kodo.
Do you remember Mikoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived in the school? The first thing. Talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted and I woke up and I was trapped in here.
That's right.
I fainted too when I woke up. I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnection. Thinking back at it now, at this point my memory was gone. That time I've forgotten. I couldn't remember why I came to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened, but by chance, it seemed much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think... I'm positive. It was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I came up with, because of my purpose and my abilities. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind plan. So the mastermind plan just stole them from you.
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memory may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself the whole time. But what you say is true. Why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all work as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is possibly, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us? If she believes that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I can do by myself, which is why I asked you to help. But why me? Because among everyone, you were at least likely to be the mastermind. That was just the intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. I understand. I should understand.
The goal isn't to get out, it's to stay.
Just like that dream I had before, but why did it just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. Is it nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
So I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. So you had a reason for doing all this.
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was able to recall my purpose, my ability. Nothing, we're just still talking. We're just still talking. My ability, what everyone should know for me, I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective. And the reason I came to Hope Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here. You had to find someone, who?
so
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why do you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. Yoko's dad, Hope Peak headmaster. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was evolved. I'll find a way, huh? No matter what it takes, I'll find the
no
headmaster.
matter what.
At the cost.
So,
Trevor, what's going on? My memory had to come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
However,
Listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. Headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that what I felt based on what I've seen when I snuck into the headmaster room. Then what did you see in there?
so
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawer dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor on the dorms using the key I found. Why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout in the entirety of Hope Peak Academy. I found the headmaster room along with the Ruko profile on that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for some of the staff must have had to stay overnight for time. I had figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed if were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remember. I remember that my purpose was to find the owner in that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
And once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? The part of the school, I mean. Hard to describe it. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so
Can't explain. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sound like it must be important. Really ominous. Damn, looks like we gotta still talk.
so however,
which is why I had no idea what's going on the rest of the building. It has to do with Murako, doesn't it?
However,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had alibis, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
But I say for sure, it's that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial was to get me killed. Get you killed.
indeed.
I stole the key and disappeared. They wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulation?
That's right.
Exactly.
In other words,
Mastermind admit about following the rules, and with that rules in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use a class trial to do it. Couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bounded by the school regulation. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of... What was it? There was a point where it may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Mikoto. Could have become the victim. You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean... During that night, I can hear them, you know. The footstep of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moved. The ability naturally draws me into the case, just like this.
anyway,
Exactly what happened with you. It was in the dorm and I had sudden sense of dread. I looked down I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase away. As I followed, I saw to your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That was the end. Of course, I stopped them, but that led to whoever the master assailant was. They ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind. So all this would mean that whoever killed Murako is also the mastermind, right? I don't have to conclude evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. I mean, the mastermind can kill whoever they want. They feel free, like, wait, but doesn't that create another... Mastermind want to use the class trial to try to kill you because they couldn't...
Correct.
You're right, this is a contradiction. It's not just Murako. They need the class trial to kill me, but seem ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. What does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind identity. Identity of the other despair. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Murako was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair was just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
You think about it, the ultimate despair seems to whoever caused the event. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. That's this despicable group whose only purpose is motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Chapter 5 completed! What happened in the tragedy? I don't really want to spoil it too much. You have to wait till, like, you really will get the information on that in Danganronpa 2. Or maybe more throughout that. All I can tell you is that, a bunch of students died. Like, a lot of students died in one. And that's what created the series of events that was going on at that moment. I can't explain why a lot of students died in that school. That would just be truly spoiling everything. The ultimate despair. A group of people who could cause the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most pretty awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. So right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Alright. I'm ending the live stream here. We finished chapter 5. We did both choices. The next part of the live stream will be the final part live stream for this. Which will basically be this final chapter of the game. So, there's nothing else to say. Nothing else to say, so, can't really explain that. And you're little bit spoiling it right now, so. Thank you, Noah, for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. And White Gamer 90, thank you for stopping by as well. And I don't know if Amber's still watching. I mean, she hasn't said not one word since the recent stream time. But if she's still watching, thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. Anybody else that was new to this channel, new to this live stream, or gonna watch the video once this live stream ends here, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video an awesome thumbs up. Also, I appreciate if you share this video to other people, let them know about my channel, the live streams I do, gameplay recording, short reel videos, or anybody who's into murder solving games, trial debate games, or anybody who's a fan of the Danganronpa series. You already know, send them my way. Tomorrow I'll be doing we'll be going back to Princess Peach Showtime. Thursday, I don't know what I'm going to be live streaming on Thursday. Friday is a 50-50. And Saturday, there won't be a Liddy live stream going on until next week Saturday. So that's about it. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you next time in the final part live stream of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So without any further ado,